Moderator of our Discord channel out there, and I want to let you know right now, if you get signed into the Discord, Ramon put up a pic from that Pebble Beach. I guess they're playing some golf, right, Ramon?
Yep, another year at the old Crosby Clam Bake, Tony. They're underway, of course, already up at Pebble Beach on the
Yes,
California team.
on the California trip. So Ramon moderates that forum there, and he put up a pic up there, a future there. So be sure to get on it right now. All right, Ramon, let's get into college hoops. We go to this one. That's right. I wanted to say Conference USA. I was looking at Southern Miss. Oh yeah, that's right. They moved over to the Sun Belt. That's right. Sun Belt action tonight. Troy here to host Southern Miss. Troy a point favorite, total 139.
Yeah, you never know anymore with these conferences, right? Hey, yeah, Southern Miss going to take on Troy here. Southern Miss getting all the public attention, it seems like to me. I mean, they're the ones coming in with the 19-4 record, having won five straight, battling Louisiana atop the Sun Belt right now with an 8-2 record. Troy, meanwhile, they've lost four out of their last five and have fallen to 5-5 in conference. Still 13-10 overall for the Trojans. They have won 7 of 9 games at home straight up and gone 5-2 against the spread in their last seven. They're taking on a Southern Miss team. Like I said, they seem to be getting all the attention from experts and analysts today, but they're just 2-3 straight up as an underdog this year and 1-4 against the spread. Their last five on the road. Now they have a great trio of players and Crowley, Haas, and Pinkney. Crowley, a pretty good scorer, certainly, but these two teams met in December. And USM won that one at home just 64-60 as a 3.5 point favorite. Take a look. I mean, Southern Miss, they come in with a big time record, 19-4 overall. They're an underdog here in this game to Troy. So unless they're just handing out money at the sports books today, I'm going to side with the experts that are actually setting the line. Troy, a 1 point favorite or so. Some pick'ems out there as well, but looks a lot closer here, according to odds makers, than it does to the betting public, who seem to be all over Southern Miss. You know whose side I'm going to be on. I'm siding with the bookmakers in this one, Tony. You know, Troy, they're playing well defensively in conference so far. Maybe the record doesn't indicate that. Number one in field goal defense, also a top two in 3 point defense and 2 point defense in conference play so far. They have home conference wins over ODU, Arkansas State, and ULM. So they'll probably need their scorers to step it up. That's where they've really been having some trouble in keeping up in some of these games, but as long as they can play the defense and keep it close, I think they can get the upset win. Well, I say upset, they're favored by one. Just seems like they should be an underdog the way everybody's talking about this game. But you got Zay Williams. He shoots 57% from 2 point range, pretty good shooter. They also have Christian Eugene is a 41% free throw 3 point shooter. Tony's their outside guy. So both teams can play some good defense. Troy's 70th in the nation overall, and Southern Miss a little bit better than them, 63rd in the nation. But if I can get another low-scoring game here, like in the first meeting, I'm going to take Troy this time to get the win. A little bit of an upset here. They're the 500 team at home in conference, and Sun Belt pretty tough. Pretty tough conference. Underrated, I would say. Take Troy tonight against Miss.
All right, Ramon here is on Troy. Lay the one here against Southern Miss. Of course, current form here. Looking at the Troy here, it's been kind of a rough sledding here, right? They've dropped. Actually, in conference, it's been a rough sledding, but overall, 1-4, I should say, over their past five in conference play. Just about 42% shooting, but again, note the fact that they do shoot the ball much better in the home court.
No doubt about it. That's what I'm looking at here. You got a Troy team that played much better at home, covered five out of their last seven. Southern Miss has covered just one out of their last five on the road. They've feasted a little bit at home as well. So, Sun Belt, a lot of home courts there that get the job done. So, again, just looking at the perception of this game, all the talking heads, all the previews, they're all over Southern Miss. I say look at the odds. I mean, Southern Miss isn't even favored in this game. It's a pick 'em at worst.
Yeah,
So
and
I'm
more
siding
importantly,
with the
look at the
bigger
schedule,
team.
and this is where we get into these scheduling snafus. With these Sun Belts, where these teams are, spaced out throughout, throughout the country. There, when you look at Southern Miss, they played what, four straight road games and come home and play four straight at home, and I'm sure they're trying to just ease up on that on that travel cost. I don't know what the case is, why you're going to go four straight on the road, but when you look at Southern Miss and those four straight road games, they failed to cover each one of them.
And you see coming up also for Southern Miss, not necessarily the look ahead spot here, but they do have the meeting coming up with Louisiana, the first one, and that's going to be big with both teams sitting on top, 8-2. You got to hold serve, you got to keep winning, and you keep having to play these games on the road a little bit. I don't think two losses is going to cut it in the Sun Belt this year. It's going to go a little bit deeper than that for the regular season championship. There will be more losses for those top teams here, especially going up against a team like Troy. They're not awful. Certainly, like I said, once in conference, Tony, look at those conference numbers defensively. That's where you'll find Troy right now. Their problem is in the scoring department. So I want to start first and foremost with a team that can make stops like Troy, and then take my chances from there with a guy like Zay Williams on the inside. Yeah, those are Southern Miss scorers are pretty impressive, including Crowley. But I'm going to take the home side tonight.
Yeah, only when you look at those four road games for Southern Miss, where they didn't cover those, only one time did they shoot over 40%. So it's been 37, 36, 39. Troy laying the one against Southern Miss. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at TonySpicks.com for today's action here. Good results in the NBA. We do have an NBA card here for tonight. I believe it was a seven game card tonight here from the NBA. Lots on the as well in college hoops as well. Pac-12 in action. We got some Big Ten as well, and Big West. We got in action as well. San Diego, Mr. Lavin in action. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Well, we're in action right now, trying to bring home a winner. Looks pretty good. We've got the under in Central Connecticut and St. Francis. Close game, though. No one in the overtime. They've only scored 96 points, Tony, and there's a minute left in the game. So as long as you'll get in the OT, you might pick up a premium winner there in Central Connecticut and St. Francis of New York. Tonight in the NBA, Tony, I've got a three-pack coming at you. Of NBA plays tonight on that 7 game card. Pick it up over at Tony'sPicks.com for $30. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% off all of the premium pick packages over there. And also, I've got a 3-pack right now in college basketball. Probably will expand on that a little bit with this massive card, but like I said, we're already in action in some of the day card, and I've got a standalone too. Take a look at this one coming up at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, and 2 Pacific, a standalone game in college basketball still to come, and this one is between LIU and Merrimack. Well, they're not the best matchup, but hey, Mindy wanted a day game. They said let's put LIU and Merrimack in there, and I've got a pick on the premium side. Check that one out. Standalone game starts here in about an hour and a half or so. Also, that 3-pack tonight, Tony, in college basketball is my featured package for just $30 over at Tony'sPicks.com. College 3-pack. Pick that one up. They're all profit guaranteed here at Tony'sPicks.com. Must show a profit or get credits back to your Tony's Picks account to use on another one of my packages the following day, or another handicapper's package here at Tony's Picks. All those are interchangeable. You can use them on any handicapper you'd like. But let's pick up the wins tonight here at Tony'sPicks.com. Big card, you mentioned it, massive card in college basketball. And yeah, taking time off certainly for the NHL All Star break, but I'll be in action this weekend, Tony, in UFC and some Bellator action as well. So there's more sports on the horizon just because hockey's off and we got a week to wait in football. I'm not going to be betting the flag football game, don't worry. But,
East West Shrine
so
game,
get a
East
busy
West game
weekend.
tonight. What is that? Senior Bowl tonight that's going off.
Well, I always say when you look at these type of all-star games, I mean, I always want to start with the under because offenses have the biggest challenge in getting things together. They try to, make all the rules to help the offense, and sometimes in these all-star games, it doesn't quite work out. NFL notwithstanding, they're probably never going to go back to tackle football
Never.
uh, in their Pro Bowl. So it's just, it's a novelty, and I'm not even sure
Oh
when
my
it's on or
goodness, Ramon,
that.
we are documented the East. What is it? The Senior Bowl tonight? Is that what it is? We are documenting that game. It's in our back end, so we do
Oh,
have
I'm sure. I mean,
we have the East favored. We have the West favored by 1 to 1.5. The East, the dog at +1 to 1.5. Total sits here at 43. Let's see. Yeah, so we are at 43.5 in some place. So we do have some line variances between the two books in our back end. So yes, we are documenting that Senior Bowl, right? Is that what it is, or is it the
uh,
NFLPA Bowl?
East West Shrine.
East
Is
West
it
Shrine.
East West Shrine
Okay.
tonight?
I thought it was the East. It may be because it's the NFLPA Bowl or something now. I think they call it. So
Yeah, well, it's here in Las Vegas. I know that.
yeah.
So,
So
uh,
so
again, I'm not making a pick on it. I just favor defenses. Whenever you see these type of all-star games, it's tough to get it together.
it's
But
called the Senior
uh,
Bowl. That's what it's called. Reese's Senior Bowl. Because right now they're showing right now. You could actually watch it on ESPN2 the live practice of the Senior Bowl.
great,
Or,
great.
or maybe not. Maybe not the Senior Bowl Saturday. I got my dates crossed. I know there's a bowl game tonight. It's a college all-star game tonight. But
Yeah, well, I know that East West Shrine should be East West Shrine at Allegiant Stadium tonight, as
okay.
far as I know. But
East West
again,
Shrine.
not big interest for me.
No, not a whole lot. I don't even know the right. It is tonight. Yeah, East West Shrine is tonight, and then the Senior Bowl I believe will be played later on during maybe the weekend because they are showing the Senior Bowl practice. So if you want to get
Yeah,
a jump on that
don't
game,
make
you
it
can
like
watch the
me. I mean,
practice. Like
Blue
Ramon,
Gray game used to be a big deal. I
I
mean,
used to love.
big,
I miss it. I used to Lindsey Nelson on the call with Paul Hornick. That
I
was
thought
always.
that was the best of all the All Star games back in the day. I mean, not even back in the day. Just call it 20 years ago. I mean,
Yep.
big Blue Gray game, Birmingham, Alabama was a tradition.
It was always the best because
Eight members.
those were the next level down guys. Those weren't the top guys. Those were all the D2 players and the guys. The team that didn't have team that did not make a bowl game. They were in that blue gray game. If you were not in a bowl game, so that's what you got there in that blue gray. And then of course there were some other All Star games. I remember the Big Eight playing another conference there as well. So there was a
Yeah,
lot
the
of
Hula Bowl. Hula Bowl was a great All Star game as well.
Hula
So they
Bowl.
just
Yeah,
don't,
there's still
nobody wants to get hurt. There's not nothing in it for them, and you can't do it anymore with pro football because back then, when they actually give them money, it was actually money that they needed. Back then the contracts
oh
weren't
yeah.
that big. You went out and made an extra, 10 or 20 grand. That was great for
Well,
those guys.
I would expect The Rock and the USFL to come up with some sort of college all-star game for the next level guys down the mid-major bowl or something like that. Maybe get some exposure for some people that are thinking about coming out of college. That might be something in the works. I wouldn't doubt. Indeed. All right, guys, get on board with Ramon. Scott, we showed you the numbers here in NBA tonight in action here with a 3-pack from College Hoops as well with that NBA 3-pack on the board here. The price affordably at $30. It's profit guarantee. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Also, Ramon with that college best bet here that begins here at 5 Eastern time, just an hour and 15 away from it. So go ahead and get on board with it. Best bet on the board right now from Ramon. Also, profit guarantee. Instead of buying the plays individually, you may consider the long-term pass. Get on board with Ramon with a 1-month all sports pass. Get off Ramon's premium plays for a month. Includes all his NBA, all his college basketball, which will take you to the end of conference season for the small conference schools. There'll still be a few games, a game or two remaining from the bigger conferences. I think March 5th is March 5th or 6th. That weekend is the end of the regular season in college basketball. And of course, all his NHL. And of course, if Ramon is in action in UFC, he always has the UFC plays up there. I know he does a podcast in UFC. So if he's in action with UFC, that's also part of the 1-month all sports pass. May get involved in tennis. Who knows with the golf matchups? He put up a future on this Pebble Beach tournament going on right now. So check it out right there as well. You can also find Ramon. He is the moderator of our Discord, where the conversation continues on our Discord. Whenever we're not live, you can find us in the Discord with our community. A lot of our community members have joined our Discord. They flash their tickets, they put up their picks, put up information as well. You'll find a pick there for Ramon here on the golf tournaments, as well as some late Steam action. Hopefully Ramon is going to work on trying to stimulate this conversation a little bit more. A lot of statement posts, but we're going to try and work to get some more conversational posts up there to get, I know that's what you're looking for. That's from the viewership out there, is that conversation flowing there. We'll get that done. So check it out. Of course, when you enter you click the link in the chat room there, you'll find the Discord link. You'll get into the Tony's Picks room, but that's ours. And then just go to the morning steam. That's where all the activity is. And get those requests for picks from College Hoops in there by 9 Eastern time, because Mindy will post the lineup of games covered on the morning steam. So make sure you guys get those requests in there if you would. All right, Ramon also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, I know you also have some over on the site. You post other free plays as well.
Yes, we got a social media play up today on at Tony's Picks Ramon on Twitter. Pick that one up. Pick up another free winner for tonight's action in college basketball. And yeah, we got a couple of more plays uploaded embedded in the Tony'sPicks.com website. Got my sponsor play there that you see. That one comes to you in a late game tonight between Long Beach State and Cal State Fullerton. Also, the leaderboard play tonight, I've got the total for you in the game between Houston and Wichita State. So check that one out. A couple of extra plays loaded up on the Tony'sPicks.com site. And yep, more plays. That's what we do here at Tony'sPicks.com. Mindy and I will be back on Saturday with more morning steam. We get our day off, and we get ready for that Saturday card. I mean, you need an extra day to get ready for Saturday college basketball. On big, massive cards like that. So we'll come back at you on Saturday with more college plays, certainly, and NBA action, and NHL All-Star coming up. Unique format. It's bettable. It's a bettable format, but just for the fun of it, nothing serious. They run a little tournament between the divisions. I'm always kind of partial to the Metro Conference, but we'll see. I don't know if there's any real selections there, but it's again, these All-Star novelties. It's just not like it used to be back in the day.
Not when they play for pride. The pride is now it's for the dollars, more for the dollars than the pride now in this world economy. Yeah, our man Saya, or I don't want to say man, could be lady Saya here with some plays up there, guys. So check out our chat room. Of course, you can also join us, Saya, on our Discord. Click the link there and get those plays in there in our Discord. Same thing. We'll walk this way. You have an invitation to our Discord. Click the link on the top. Tyler Joseph here. I believe you're from New Zealand, right? So it's Friday there in New Zealand. Click the link there in Discord, and the conversation will continue there in our Discord. Ramon is the moderator over there, stimulating the conversation up there.
I've been watching. I've been watching the T20 action. I've been watching the cricket, Tony. I watched New Zealand and India. With ESPN Plus has got the cricket in the middle of the night. So.
They've had it all the time. Yeah, the cricket in the middle of the night. And then if you are a TVG viewer, you can check out Taco Falls on his Chinese national team. I've been watching that a little. I catch some of that in Australia basketball as well. But there's two notable NBA players in that Chinese league. It's Taco Falls and Dwight Howard, I believe, is the other one. Yeah, Dwight Howard. So they're still playing. They're still playing for pay there overseas. So it's interesting to watch. And guys, reminder, check it out over on our Discord. Of course, Ramon, you can find him on Tony's Picks Twitter with more picks there. Check out the websites as well for the free plays there. Of course, we just showed you here on our members page where we have our members daily board free pick. Just access that by clicking the premium picks tab on the top. You'll see Ramon there with a leaderboard update every day, as well as a free pick, and of course a sponsored free pick on our page. Ramon got a sponsor, or we get a sponsor. Ramon with a free pick every day over on our site at Tony'sPicks.com on the homepage. So go ahead and click it and get signed up. All right, Ramon, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
See you then. Thanks, Tom.